With the upcoming release of a Blair Witch video game, we got to thinking about what other horror movies could be given the same treatment. Here are 8 spooky interactive adaptations we would happily sink our fangs into.
I think I'm starting to lose it.
The beauty of It, Stephen King's eponymous entity that's terrifying on both the page and the screen, is that it can become whatever scares us most, so why not turn it into a game? Pennywise is most infamous in clown form, but also takes the shape of each victim's worst nightmare, so he, or rather it, could become any nasty thing a developer could conjure up. Lepers, werewolves, and a murderous statue of Paul Bunyan are only just the beginning, just as long as the final boss isn't a giant spider. Spiders are too scary. There was a Nightmare on Elm Street game made for NES back in 1989, but it's been 30 years since then, so it's long overdue for an update. Like many entries on this list, Nightmare on Elm Street would lend itself well to a horror simulator genre, that particular type of horror where familiar video game mechanics are stripped away and you're basically running from a single entity the entire time. What could make it stand out is the fact that Freddy is a playful kind of evil and could take many forms throughout the game, including, of course, pepperoni pizza. Also, the sleep meter from the original, which is always draining and can be refilled with cups of coffee, should definitely return.
A good guy! I knew it! Hi, I'm Chucky.
The Child's Play franchise has never been made into a video game. The closest it came was a failed 2012 Kickstarter campaign, which sadly only raised $585, which was around $924,000 short of the goal. In any case, there's potential for fun here, whether it's a Five Nights at Freddy's knockoff set inside a giant toy store, or a co-op adventure where you and a buddy play as Chucky and Tiffany, raising hell and overcoming marital problems along the way. Honestly, just put Chucky in Mortal Kombat. The point is, we want Chucky in a game. It's called Child's Play. The operative word is play. Make a game. Not counting Leatherface's appearance in Mortal Kombat X, or 10, or whatever we call that, the last time Texas Chainsaw Massacre got a video game treatment was for the Atari in 1982, and games have come a little bit since then. A survival horror game is a no-brainer, as the original film clearly inspired parts of Resident Evil and The Evil Within, but there's also an argument to be made for Texas Chainsaw Massacre as an interactive story in the same vein as Until Dawn, or the Dark Pictures anthology, or basically anything Supermassive Games has put out. Could you and a group of ragtag buddies survive Leatherface, his family, and each other? Seriously, I'm asking, I don't know. Part of the fun of A Quiet Place is how much its main hook feels like something out of a video game. Don't make noise or you're dead. Basically, it's a stealth movie. It could work as a tactical strategy game where at every level you and your family have to make your way to a safe place while avoiding noise-making obstacles, or as a pure real-time survival horror stealth game where you have to scavenge for resources and help make your way through an environment without making a noise. Well, in the meantime, I guess we'll have to settle for lickers in Resident Evil and clickers in The Last of Us.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
There has been no shortage of zombie games, that's for sure, but what about a proper homage to the granddaddy of undead cinema, Night of the Living Dead, the very prototype of the survival horror genre? Whether it's a beat-by-beat interactive adaptation of the original film, or a looser interpretation, a game set in the bare-bones universe of George Romero's zombie classic could be something special as long as it kept the gritty black and white and eerie low-budget simplicity of the original. They're coming to get you, Barbara.
It's coming after us!
In Maximum Overdrive, Stephen King's disaster of a directorial debut, and the last time he directed anything, a green asteroid causes all the machines on Earth to go crazy and try to kill everyone, and while it's not a good film, it is definitely an awesome film, and it's a premise that would translate so very well to a game. Fight off bloodthirsty lawnmowers and soda machines, ignore the taunts of a rude ATM, and take down massive bosses in the forms of possessed steamrollers and Mack trucks. If not a full-blown game, this could make one hell of a GTA mod, as long as the entire soundtrack is by AC/DC, because AC/DC kicks ass, just like Maximum Overdrive.
Here's Johnny!
We got a glimpse of what a gamified version of the Overlook Hotel might be like in Ready Player One, and while it took even more liberties with the source material than Kubrick did with Stephen King's original novel, there's certainly potential to be mined for this infamous locale. Whether it's a series of interactive horror vignettes a la What Remains of Edith Finch, a macabre hotel management sim, or a kooky racing game where you've got to ride a big wheel through twisted hallways, dodging well-dressed ghost children and terrifying old ladies who just got out of the bath, the point is, The Shining should be a video game, because we decided that it should. Thank you for watching. What horror movie would you like to see turned into a video game? Leave your suggestions in the comments, and for more on Blair Witch, check out the official gameplay trailer, or get a documentary crew together and visit your local haunted forest. Thanks for watching, and be careful out there, because there's all sorts of real-life horrors or something. I didn't write an end to the video. I'm just kind of winging it here. Well, bye.